the move.
We got the truck that lives truck.
When we walk, when we reach, when we play, we're moving through life. Lately, we haven't been moving enough. An estimated 80% of Americans aren't getting their recommended daily physical activity. This is a health crisis, and the solution is in our hands and our feet. It's on our shoulders. It's on our backs. It's in our souls. It's time to move and keep moving, America. Wherever you are, however you can. Movement reduces your risk of diabetes, heart disease, and cancer. It improves your brain function, pain management, and immune system. And when you need help, physical therapists and physical therapist assistants are by your side, increasing your strength and mobility and improving your quality of life through prescribed exercise and teamwork. Because we are meant to climb, to dance, to soar, to thrive. Choose to move. Choose physical therapy.
Up North at 4 with Nate and Jeff starts now.
Good afternoon, I'm Nate Myhock, and welcome to Up North at 4. Today on the show, we'll party like it's 2011 as the Nath Frederick Place gets ready to celebrate its 12th anniversary. Plus, Conrad and I will talk about everyone's favorite deep dish meal. We'll get to all that in a bit, but first, here's your top 4 at 4. Ahead of this weekend's divisional playoff slate, I'm sure if you asked fans in the Cincinnati area who their favorite quarterback is, they'd tell you, I'm riding with Joe Burrow. However, a 10-year-old Bengals superfan can say, I'm riding with Joe Burrow, and mean it literally. Calvin Teege is a massive Cincy fan, and he can be seen riding shotgun next to superstar quarterback Joe Burrow. Calvin has Down syndrome and his one love in life is the Bengals. He collects all of the cards, and he can recite player stats from memory. But in early December, Calvin and his dad decided to go watch a practice. And while they were there, head coach Zach Taylor invited Calvin to say hi to the team, and Joe Burrow even allowed Calvin to ride around in his golf cart, creating a memory that will last a lifetime in the family's household. So full disclosure, for those of you watching at home, I am terrified of frogs, toads, any sort of those slimy animals. They're gross. I don't want anything to do with them. So this is actually one of my biggest fears, coming face to face with an animal that they're calling Toadzilla. A cane toad that was found in Australia is believed to be the world's largest toad ever found. The monster weighs about 6 pounds, and he wasn't just a nuisance because of his size. Cane toads are apparently an invasive species in Australia, so Toadzilla had to be put down and then sent to a museum for further studying. And for my sanity, I pray they never find another one of these obnoxiously huge toads. So when it comes to dangerous activities, a good rule of thumb is to leave it to the experts. For example, going up and down a chimney should be reserved for Santa Claus. Case in point, a family in California was surprised to discover a man in their chimney late one night. Earlier in the evening, they had called police to report the sound of running on their rooftop. During that call, they learned the police were already chasing a man who had fled a traffic stop. At first, police believed he may have gotten away and moved the search to a different area until the family heard a muffled cry for help. Authorities arrived soon after, and 4 hours later, the man was free, covered in soot from head to toe, and slapped with some handcuffs. The family did go on record to say they hope that he's learned his lesson and doesn't go down any more chimneys. All right, though, let's end the top 4 with some fun. Hopefully you managed to take a break from all of the shoveling you had to do with our recent snowstorm, and hopefully you embraced your inner child by going sledding, like this police dog in New Hampshire. The canine, named Gadget, was in the middle of training when his handler thought he needed a break, so the two got on a sled and zipped down a hill of fresh snow. A video of the event was posted on the department's page with the disclaimer, just please don't let the chief know. Regardless of if there were any consequences for Gadget, it did look like a positively great time. And meteorologist Conrad Sapinski joining us now. Conrad, I know you're big into plowing other people's driveways, but please tell me you got to at least do something fun, snowman, snowmobile. Anything?
Yeah, not yet, Nate, but I do have plans Monday into Tuesday, beginning of the week. You already know I'm going snowmobiling. That is my type of sport now, especially with a nice coating of snow. The trails are looking perfect, especially after the weekend. They're going to get really extra fixed up and prepared for the beginning of the week. Right now behind me is a shot from Minocqua, looking extra white after that snowstorm we had just 24 hours ago. Around 10 inches of snow here in town, exactly 9.6. Big winter coming in at Lake Tomahawk, almost 11 inches of snow, just shy of a foot of snowfall. So a good amount of snow was on the way. We had snowfall rates of over 2 inches of snow per hour, even in the morning hours yesterday. Right now, though, we have some cloudy skies. Snow is all gone. Temperatures are hovering in the lower 20s right now. Same story in Wausau, cloudy skies, pretty calm wind, and temperatures slightly warmer, hovering in the mid-20s. But with a little bit of wind, of course, that feels like temperature is much colder than that. They're sitting at around 15. So put on your layers and get ready for those temperatures. Like I said, mostly cloudy skies. A couple of thicker clouds are starting to roll into town right now. That's pretty much not going to be the case into tomorrow. Once again, we'll see more peaks of sunshine as our low finally makes its way out. Now it's in the northeast. Boston's in on a little bit of snow now. New York City, though, no snow again. They are probably going to break a record for the latest first snowfall on record, which is January 29th. And we're only a week and a half away from, pretty much a week and a half away from that. And it does not look promising for them. For us, though, a whole different story. Lots of snowfall on the ground. Temperatures are absolutely cold enough to support all of that snow. We're hovering in the lower 20s right now. Temperature trend does show above average temperatures all the way through middle of next week. And then colder air moves in. So by the end of next week, we finally start to cool off. Temperatures will be back into those mid-teens. We'll have more news and weather coming up.
Wow, lumber has gone up again.
And I've heard the real estate market is unbelievable, too.
We really need to remodel our bathroom, but I don't know if prices are reasonable.
Well, I heard that Mad City has a price lock guarantee.
Price lock guarantee? Really?
With Mad City Bath's Price Lock Guarantee, schedule a free estimate now for your new bath or shower and lock in your price guaranteed for 1 year. Plus, it's our winter half-off labor event. Receive 50% off installation with 24 months, no interest, no payments. Senior and military discounts, plus a bonus. The first 50 homeowners who call during this program will receive a vacation voucher with purchase of a new bath or shower, used for a condo, hotel stay, or a cruise. And with Mad City's Do More discount, get additional savings on new EcoSky windows and kitchen cabinet refacing. Plus, ask about our safe, accessible walk-in showers.
When you get to be our age, you start worrying about things that you don't even think of at your age, you know, like getting in and out of the tub.
That's why Rich called Mad City Baths for a safe bathing space with a new walk-in shower like this. Mad City is Wisconsin's #1 remodeler and trusted local source for custom-made baths, showers, and walk-in tubs installed in as little as 1 day. Now it's our winter half-off labor event. Receive 50% off installation. We install year-round. And ask about our price lock guarantee. Plus, get 24 months, no interest, no payments. Senior and military discounts. And the first 50 homeowners who call now will receive a vacation voucher with a bath or shower purchase. From Wausau and North Central Wisconsin, call 715-941-4238. That's 715-941-4238.
Welcome on back to Up North at 4. Joining us, Tammy Modick from Nath Frederick Place, which 12 years.
12 years.
The anniversary is coming up. And you folks are celebrating that anniversary on February 4th with a pretty big event. But what's going on that day, Tammy?
Well, we are over at the Cabaret Cove here in Rhinelander, and it's our largest fundraising event of the year. So we're kicking off the year hopefully good, because we haven't had this in person for 2 years now.
I was going to say,
because of COVID and that kind of stuff. So we do a whole lot that night. Besides having dinner and desserts, we have a dessert dash, where people get to bid on desserts and they literally dash someone from their table to get the dessert they want. So the highest bidder goes first, and then we quickly call them off. So that's kind of fun.
Are you fast, Conrad? Because if you got some speed, I might have to
I am
dessert
pretty fast,
dash. My ears perked up when you said
I don't
that.
have my a race car anymore, so we'd have to take it by foot this
We'd have
time.
to go by foot.
Yeah,
Okay.
can't get in the
Good to
car.
know.
No cheat codes this time. So you guys have been around for 12 years. Wow,
Yep.
it's coming up, 12th anniversary. So what exactly have you guys been doing pretty much in the last 10 years? I know the last 2 years
Yep.
been kind of tough because of COVID. But what about the first 10 years of you guys pretty much as a business?
Well, and the business itself didn't slow down during COVID. We just didn't have this event. So they opened the doors of Frederick Place, the homeless shelter, on January 31st of 2011, and we've never been empty. So this fundraising event allows us to continue to keep those doors open to help those experiencing homelessness.
Yeah, and I mean, you brought it up as well. You guys have never been empty since 2011, which is both very sad to think about, but it's also, in a weird way, it's just nice to think that that resource is there, because clearly people need that resource.
Yeah.
So for you, you know, in all the years that you've been working with NATH, I just like, what have you kind of learned about giving back to people and helping people get back on their feet?
Well, I think what we've learned is there is no cookie cutter mold of someone who is experiencing homelessness. We've had individuals with master's degrees. We've had, you know, 2-day-old babies who were born in the hospital and came back with their mothers to Frederick Place.
Yeah.
So, and I think the other thing that I've learned myself and hopefully been able to teach the community is that homelessness does exist, even though you don't see it. There is a difference between rural homelessness and urban, which is what we all think of, the someone on the street with the shopping cart and the, you know, and so I hope that I've been able to, in my time with NATH, share the stories of those who are experiencing homelessness to allow people to understand that there are tens of thousands of people, one job loss, one car breakdown, one medical emergency away from becoming homeless.
Yeah, and now with inflation, I mean, it's getting very hard out there. So you guys, very appreciative of you guys doing whatever you guys been doing. This is honestly amazing. You're literally saving lives. People are coming in, you guys are taking them in. So what exactly, like if people have any questions about, you know, this whole event, where can they find some more information about this?
It is on our Frederick Place Facebook page, as well as our website, nathnorthwoods.com, and there's information. They can call the shelter. You know, we've got someone there 24/7, so they certainly can get that information. I was telling Nate earlier, this is already our largest attended event. We need to have reservations by next Friday, so a week from now.
So
and we only have 30 seats left, and we will hit 275 people. So we're hoping to hit that, but don't wait, because you might not make it then.
Get on it right now. And tickets, how much do those cost?
For an individual ticket, it's $50 a person, and that does include your meal, and then we have lots of basket raffles and live auctions. But we do have sponsorships. A half a table is $300, a full table is $500. Again, all that information is on Facebook and our website.
And it all goes to a great cause.
Stays 100% local.
And so you said there's 30 remaining seats.
Yes.
Anybody could show up, any age, or is there any age limits?
Yep. No age limits. Okay. Obviously, it's $50 whether you're 2 or 100. But you know, so there isn't any age limits. It might get a little boring and long for a 2-year-old, but they certainly could come.
It's not like you bring your 2-year-old, like, oh, he gets in for free. He's good.
Unfortunately,
not this time.
It's a non-profit. It's a fundraiser.
Of course.
But,
so it's a night of fun, but of course it all goes back to a great cause. Seriously, a fantastic cause. So, Tammy, we're throwing it back to 2011. And so in the spirit of throwing it back, I figured I could play a little game with Conrad and you and ask you some questions about the year of our Lord, 2011. So are you down, up for this challenge?
I'm up for the challenge. I don't know how well I'll do, but I'm certainly up for giving it a try.
Let's do this.
Conrad doesn't have a choice, but Tammy, you could have said no, but you're stuck anyway. All right, we're going to do that, though, after the break, so stick with us on Up North at 4. We'll be right back after this.
Got messes? Kid spills? Life happens. Keep it clean with Alpha Clean. Alpha Clean's low moisture carpet cleaning dries in 1 to 2 hours, so you can keep getting on with life. It's not clean until it's Alpha Clean.
Your home, where life happens. Family and friends gather. Memories are created. Locally family-owned business serving Rhinelander, Eagle River, and surrounding areas. Come into one of our stores located in Eagle River or Rhinelander and work closely with one of our creative kitchen designers on creating your dream kitchen.
Eagle River Cabinets, building relationships, one cabinet at a time.
Now get an Escape, Edge, or Explorer SUV with 0% APR financing for 36 months, only at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
Emmer Properties leases office, storage, and manufacturing space, as well as apartments, duplexes, and homes. We are your first call, your last call, your only call for your rental or lease needs.
Get up to 80% off list prices during our huge inventory reduction sale at Slumberland Furniture. $20 million worth of furniture and mattresses must go. Lowest prices around on TV consoles, recliners, bar stools, sofas, mattresses, and lots more. Get the deal of a lifetime on clearance, one-of-a-kinds, scratch and dents, and more. Stores are packed with merchandise that must go. Up to 80% off at the huge inventory reduction sale on now at Slumberland Furniture.
And welcome back to Up North at 4. Tammy Modik joining us now from Nath Frederick Place, which is set to celebrate their 12th anniversary of opening their doors. 2011.
2011.
12 years. Which, I'll be honest with you, when I was starting to think in my head, I saw it opened in 2011. I was like, oh, 2011, that's like 5 years ago. And then it hit me that it was actually over a decade ago at this point.
Time flies.
I think I was in like 8th grade.
I was going to say, you guys
in like
weren't that old, were
2011.
you?
I don't know about you, Conrad, but I was surprisingly young. And so kind of going back through the depths, mostly Wikipedia research, I found, oh, I remember this movie. Oh, I remember this song. Oh, I remember this book. I remember this. I want to see if the two of you will remember some of these pop culture movements of 2011. So I got these pads in front of you here with the Sharpie. So each of you, I'll show you the question. You'll have to write your answer down on the sheet of paper. You can show me the answer. Don't show each other.
All right.
And then we'll reveal the correct answer after this. Does it make sense?
Yes.
All right, let's take a look here at the first question for you guys. What was the highest grossing movie in 2011? Meaning, which movie made the most money? Was it Twilight Breaking Dawn, Hangover Part 2, was it Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, or Transformers Dark of the Moon? What are you guys thinking here? All right, you're writing down. I see you hesitating. All right. So Tammy's going with Harry Potter. You're saying B, which is interesting. Can we pull up the answer here? Which one of you is right? It was Harry Potter. Are you a big Harry Potter fan?
I've watched them all. I didn't read the books, but I have watched them.
So
I've attempted to read the book, but it was like 1,500 pages. And I was like, oh no,
Not
I'm
doing
good.
this?
I'm good after like 500.
Like, I'm getting a little bored. Were you one of those that like camped out before the night before?
No, absolutely not.
Okay. If you were, I would have been like,
No.
I love the movies. I don't know if I loved them that much.
No.
Fair enough. All right. Next question here. Pull this one up. So, off to a good start for Tammy. But I got to ask you guys, what was the top song of 2011? Was it Rolling in the Deep by Adele, Party Rock Anthem by LMFAO, Super Bass by Nicki Minaj, or Firework by Katy Perry? The funny thing is, actually, a few of these songs I still hear from time to time on the radio. But Conrad, you're
sticking with B?
You're sticking with B.
No,
All right.
I went with B too.
You're going, so both of you saying Party Rock Anthem.
Yeah.
Let's pull up the actual answer. Rolling in the Deep.
Oh, no.
I would not have, I mean, don't get me wrong.
That's crazy.
Adele was everywhere in 2011.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that to be the top song, though.
I didn't think she was around that long ago, but
This is what I'm saying, too. And I said, like, oh, 2011, that's 5 years ago, right?
I swear it was B.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
All right,
That's
all
a
right.
number.
All right.
0-2.
We'll get you back on track here, Con. Let's see what we can pull up here for this third question. So this one's a little different. Not multiple choice, so I'm going to make it a little extra difficult. But what iPhone was released in
I'm a
2011.
droid.
They come out
You're a
every year.
droid woman?
Yeah.
Oh, Tammy. All right. So I think we're on iPhone like 14 now.
Okay.
So in 2011, what number iPhone do we think was coming out? This could be any end of the spectrum here. So, all right. I like what you're going there for, Tammy. Okay. Let's see what the answer was. Conrad said 4, Tammy said 6. Conrad, it was the iPhone 4.
I think this was the hardest question because there's like, what, 15, 16 other responses, right?
yeah.
I couldn't tell you what droid was out then either.
I was going to say, if you would ask me out.
I've got one.
It's not bad. All right, Tammy, we'll appreciate you coming on. And
thank
this
you.
is going to be it for you. You're going to be moving on to
This
Knoxville.
is my last Channel 12. Well, actually, I have early morning on Monday.
Okay, so you're not done yet.
So I'm not completely done, but my last Up North at 4, and I thank all of you for both the support of myself and of Nath Frederick.
Absolutely.
Did you say Knoxville?
Knoxville, Tennessee area.
That is a beautiful
area.
spot. I visit there almost every year.
It's
Very
awesome.
good spot.
Yeah,
Congrats.
thank you.
We appreciate everything you've done.
Thank you.
Not just for us here, but also like in the Northwoods. I know a lot of people share a similar sentiment, so we seriously appreciate all the work you've done, and we know people of Knoxville and the rest of Tennessee are going to love you.
Well, thank you.
Of course. Well, thank you so much for joining us for the final time. And, of course, watch Tammy Monday morning.
Yep, Monday
bright
morning.
and early
Yep.
on the Today Show. In the meantime, though, we are going to take a break, and Up Northers will be right back after this.
Does your home have a crawl space? When cold weather arrives, that can mean cold floors, frozen pipes, and higher energy bills. Protect your family and keep the cold air out this winter with Crawl Space Encapsulation by SureDry. Encapsulation keeps your crawl space clean, protects pipes, and insulates your home so floors are warmer and energy bills are lower. An encapsulated crawl space means a nicer home. Call SureDry and schedule your free estimate today.
Hi, I'm Karen, and this is my husband, Todd.
Today's hearing aids are impressive. 48-channel dual processing, directional beam forming, Bluetooth streaming from phones and TV. Very cool stuff.
You're such a hearing aid geek. We both know that people need a place where they can go, with people they can trust and who will listen. If that's what you're looking for, call the Hearing House. Hearing aids are all we do.
So we do it right.
Your house, a hearing house.
Bam! My accident? My accident happened in a second.
My settlement? That's taking a really long time.
If you've been injured in an accident and need money now while your case settles, call Oasis today.
Better days start today. Get the cash you need with Oasis.
There's no risk. If you lose your case, you don't have to pay Oasis back, ever. Applying for Oasis Express Cash is easy and takes 3 minutes. We'll work with your attorney, and if you're approved, get you $500 to $100,000 in as little as 24 hours. Use it for bills, rent, whatever you need help with. So call now or go online to apply. Remember, there's no risk to you.
Better days.
Better days.
Better days start today.
Oasis Financial, because life moves faster than your case.
Call now. Once approved, get your money in as little as 24 hours. 1-800-745-9991.
All right, welcome on back to Up North at 4. So a while ago on the show, Conrad, you and I forget the context of it, but we were talking about pizza and which pizza we thought was the best between Chicago and New York. And I think we were both in agreement that New York style was the best, right?
Better. Yep.
And
sorry, Chicago fans, but yes.
because you actually have attachment to both cities.
I do.
And you're still riding with a New York style pizza.
Sticking with New York all the way.
All right, I'm glad to see that you have not changed your mind at all on that, because neither have I, to be honest. Anyway, with that in mind, you might love this, Conrad. So Pizza Hut is it's not just
Pizza
food.
Hut.
They're attempting to make the world's largest pizza, 14,000 square feet, which is about the size of like 3 basketball courts if you put it together roughly. This pizza was so large that they actually had to bake it in several sections over the course of a few hours. And so currently the Guinness Book of World Records is attempting to actually verify that it is the largest pizza ever made, because the previous record holder was about 13,000 square feet.
Okay.
That was made back in 2012. 12.
Wow.
But Conrad, with
That's insane.
with this in mind, so the Pizza Hut made this pizza to kind of celebrate them bringing back their New York style slice to the menu.
It looks like farm fields. Like,
It literally
it's so
does.
massive. It just looks like a farm
Like
field.
when you don't see the people or like the I guess the oven
building,
they had on wheels, it does look like some sort of a
crops,
yeah, like you were saying.
Harvesting.
But I got to ask you though, Conrad, if I were to challenge you and, like, I don't know, let's say 2-3 friends to take down this whole pizza, 14,000 square feet, how long do you think it would take you?
Okay, so
to
we
get
would.
this done?
It really depends.
Okay.
If we're cutting soda off, anything that would fill us up, just
Right.
straight water and pizza.
You can take breaks, because obviously
Okay.
you're not doing this in like
Non-stop,
one sitting,
yeah.
but like you can do it, eat a little bit for like a meal, go about your day.
That would be brutal. I would never eat pizza again. That would ruin pizza for me whenever I'd go to New York. I'd say it'd take us like 2-3 weeks.
You think
Maybe
you could do
more.
that?
Let's say a
Oh, my
month.
goodness.
Let's say a month. A month of good eating, not slacking, just straight eating.
So
I
I'm,
think
like
a
we're
month.
thinking breakfast, lunch, dinner. I think
Snack.
Ah, dude, you gotta think though. You'd get real sick of pizza real
Maybe
quick.
longer, right?
I'm thinking almost like 2 months.
2
Me and a
months.
couple buddies. I don't know. Maybe when I was in college, I was in better shape. Maybe I could just wolf a lot of it down at
You
once.
don't want to lose a 6-pack, so I kind of
Oh, yeah, you
understand.
can-
I don't want to lose it either.
You,
so.
you know me so well, Conrad. All right. I don't know what they're going to plan to do with that pizza. Maybe people are going to eat it.
Hopefully
I hope,
donate it?
I hope
I
people
hope
are going to
so.
eat it. Regardless, I'm interested to see if it actually is the world record holder. But I figured you'd get a kick out of that. In the meantime, though, Conrad, we do got to take a break, which we'll do so. We'll be right back on Up North at 4.
We really trust him with a car.
Of course we can, Lindsay. With AAA Auto Insurance.
Wait, AAA has auto insurance?
We do home insurance, too.
Switch and save on AAA Auto Insurance and expect something more.
Bolger Cremation and Funeral Services in Woodruff.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
Got a New Year's resolution to save? Cellcom is here to help. Take advantage of our largest sign-on bonus ever and get $500 when you activate a new smartphone line now through February 9th. Plus, make the switch to Cellcom and get up to an additional $650 per line. We'll help you keep your fitness resolutions too. Save $150 on all tablets and smartwatches. Follow your favorite fitness apps with our tablets or track your workout activity with our smartwatches. Visit cellcom.com/save for details.
Is your bathroom looking old and worn out? Want to update it, but you don't know where to start? Then let VCI Bath & Shower show you how to turn that old bath into an aisle of beauty and functionality.
Remodeling our bathroom was a big decision for us.
They didn't make a mess out of our house at all. And at the end of the day, we had a beautiful new bathroom.
For a limited time, be one of the first 100 callers who schedule a free in-home consultation and receive $500 off. Factory-trained and certified installers made in the USA and discounts for seniors and military.
These days, news seems to come from all directions, and it can be overwhelming. Simplify your intake by watching news from where you live. WJFW NBC News Watch 12. We deliver critical local and national news, sports highlights, and weather updates. Watch us daily on Channel 12. Visit us at WJFW.com or like us on Facebook. We are NBC News Watch 12.
We really trust him with a car.
Of course we can, Lindsay. With AAA Auto Insurance.
Wait, AAA has auto insurance?
We do home insurance, too.
Switch and save on AAA Auto Insurance and expect something more.
Alrighty, Conrad, you said you're going to be heading out snowmobiling Monday, Tuesday.
Monday into Tuesday, one of those
I'm going to be
days,
going
yeah.
this weekend, and it looks like a perfect weekend for
yes.
it, weather-wise, right?
Weather-wise, it's going to look perfect. Taking a look outside right now, same story, Nate. We had lots of sunshine earlier today, and right now we do have some thicker clouds rolling in, but no snow is in the forecast anytime soon. Temperatures are below freezing, of course, in the lower 20s right now. Our temperature trend is going to be pretty mild, though, the next several days. End of next week, though, we finally start to cool off, though.
There it is. News going to catch up to us in the meantime. Thank you, Conrad. Thanks for watching. Have a good weekend. Thanks for watching Up North at 4.
ELM Repair in Edgar is a family-owned and operated full-service diesel repair shop. From pickups to semi-trucks to heavy equipment and RV service. If it runs on diesel, we can repair it. Want more power and better mileage? Our experienced professionals will get your truck running and at peak performance. With a state-of-the-art dyno and fully stocked parts department, we can even come out to you with our 24-hour mobile repair service. ELM is always looking for passionate and talented people to join our team. The Diesel Doctor. Have it done right the first